Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, Assalamu alaikum again. Guys, today we are going to discuss a ghazal, the poetry written by or said by Mir Taki Mir. My existence is like a bubble. Or in Urdu, Hasti apni habab ki si hai. So, Mir Taki Mir in this poem or in this ghazal is in full praise of his beloved in this ghazal and lamenting for not becoming close to her. So he said that without her, his existence is like an illusion. तो यहाँ पे जो है वो इस पूरी गजल में जैसा कि आपको पता है जैसे हमने कल भी पढ़ा ये उसकी बिलवर्ड की पिक्चर नहीं है दिस इज द पिक्चर ऑफ सम अदर गर्ल सो जो है वो दिस इज जस्ट वैसे so जो है वो this is the poetry by Mir in which he is lamenting over this idea that he is far away from his beloved and because of this particular thing he is not happy and he is hurt over this particular thing so हस्ती अपनी हबाब किसी है ये नुमाइश शराब किसी है so over here he is saying that my existence is like a bubbles version कि मेरी जो मेरी हस्ती है, जो मेरा होना है, वो एक बबल की तरह है कि जैसे अभी है और अभी खत्म हो जाएगा। वो जो चीज़ जिसकी कोई दिस इज़ लाइफ ना, लाइफ को हम वैसे भी कहते हैं लाइफ इज़ जस्ट लाइक अ बबल्स वर्ज़न। बबल्स वर्ज़न इज़ समथिंग लाइक कि अभी है, बबल क्या होता है कि जब किसी जगह पे बबल बनता है, वो ज़्यादा देर तक रहता नहीं है, कि चाहे हम उसको जितनी देर तक रखना चाहें, तो वो हम उसको रख सकें। जिस तरह हम कुछ चीज़ों को अगर रखना चाह रहे होते हैं, तो वो रखी जा सकती हैं। उनको सेव रखा जा सकता है, उनको उस कंडीशन में रखा जा सकता है। बट दिस इज़ नॉट द केस विद जो है वो लाइफ, ठीक है? और अपनी लाइफ के साथ ऐसा कुछ जो है वो हम सीन नहीं कर सकते, हम उसको सेव नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज़ लाइफ इज़ नॉट परमानेंट, इट इज़ टेम्परेरी and so as over here Mir is representing this idea, he's sharing this idea that his existence is like a bubbles version. It means that अभी ये है और दूसरे ही मिनट ये नहीं है और कब ये खत्म हो जाए nobody knows. So ये this exhibition is only like an illusion. Illusion is something like जिसका reality के साथ कोई ताल्लुक नहीं होता, जो कि कहते हैं वहम और एक चीज़ जिसका कुछ पता ही नहीं है कि मतलब वेदर ये एग्ज़िस्ट भी करती है या नहीं। सो उसने कहा कि ये जो नुमाइश है ना, वो एक शराब की-सी है, एक वहम की-सी है कि जो है वो इंसान की जो लाइफ़ है और उसमें भी वो ही इज़ ओवर हियर यू नो व्हाट शेयरिंग दिस आइडिया दैट लाइफ़ इज़ सो मच टेम्परेरी और इस टेम्परेरी लाइफ़ में मतलब मेरी ज़िंदगी का अभी मैं हूँ, अभी नहीं हूँ, मुझे नहीं पता। आई डोंट नो वेदर आई विल बी alive in the next moment or not. Still, you are very much away from me. He is sharing this idea. Girls, remember one thing. जब भी explanation करते हैं, उसमें कभी भी I और you का मतलब फर्स्ट पर्सन जो है वो नरेशन में आप नहीं करते, ठीक है? जो एक्सप्लेनेशन में जो उसको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होता है ना, इसमें से मैं आपको रेफरेंस टू द कॉन्टेक्स्ट दे सकती हूँ इसकी गज़ल में से। तो आपने जो है वो इसको इस तरीके से लिखना होगा रेफरेंस जिस तरह दीज़ लाइन्स जो है वो इसका मैं आपको एक प्रॉपर मेथड भी बता दूँगी कि उसको आपने कैसे करना होता है। जैसे रेफरेंस में यू कैन नोट इट डाउन प्लीज़। रेफरेंस में आप लिखते हैं कि पहले ऊपर रेफरेंस लिखते हैं REFERENCE फिर नीचे हम लिखते हैं दीज़ लाइन्स हैव बीन टेकन फ्रॉम द जो है वो गज़ल फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल फ्रॉम द पोम ठीक है? और जिस तरह हस्ती मेरी हबाब किसी है रिटन बाय मीर तकी मीर ठीक है? और जो है वो ये आपका रेफ़रेंस था, ठीक है? यानी कि आप रेफ़रेंस दे रहे हो कि ये फलाँ पोम में से फलाँ जो है वो स्टांज़ा है या फलाँ जो है वो लाइन्स हैं जो उसने लिखी हैं और उस पोम से ली गई हैं। उसके बाद में हम बात कर लेते हैं आपके कॉन्टेक्स्ट की। तो कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बेटा आप लोगों ने जो है वो लिखना होता है कि इस पूरी पोएम का जो कहते हैं ना खुलासा टाइप होता है, तो आपने वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट लिखना होता है। जैसे जो है वो फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर मैं इसकी बात करूँ तो मैं कहूँ जो है वो दिस पोएम इन दिस पोएम मीर इज़ एक्चुअली sharing his attachment with his beloved and he is praising his beloved in many ways he is praising his beloved and he is praising the soft lips of her beloved and a lot more many things जब हम पूरा पढ़ेंगे तो उसको कर लेंगे इसमें फिर जिस तरीके से उसने बाद में जो है वो उसकी आइज़ को तारीफ़ की है, पहले उसके लिप्स की है, फिर उसकी आइज़ की है, उसके बाद में जो है वो उसने की है उसकी अपनी कंडीशन बताई है कि मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा इज़्तिराब में हूँ और आई एम नॉट लेकिन जब आपने कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी लिखना है, तो हमेशा ही का वर्ड यूज़ करना है दैट in this poem, Mir is actually sharing his ideas regarding his beloved, and he is praising his beloved, and he is saying that without his beloved, he is like nothing, and he is lamenting over this idea that he is away from his beloved when he knows that his life is temporary, and he is going to be lived for a shorter period of time, and then he praises his beloved's lips, and then he praises his beloved's eyes, and in the next lines he just shares with us his own state of restlessness, where he is very much restless because of his beloved's being far away, and then he just um, uh, says that his beloved is not identifying or recognizing his voice, and he is not very much attentive towards his voice. So over this idea, over these circumstances, Mir is very much feeling distressed and disappointed and frustrated over this particular thing. सो दिस वाज द कॉन्टेक्स्ट जिसमें आप जो है वो आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा भी आप उसका जो कॉन्टेक्स्ट है वो लिख लीजिए 6 लाइन्स का, ठीक है? दैट इज़ इनफ। उसके बाद में आ जाती है आपकी एक्सप्लेनेशन। तो एक्सप्लेनेशन में बेटा याद रखें जिस लाइन्स को आपको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए दिया जाता है, आपने बस उन्हीं लाइन्स तक महदूद रहना होता है। ठीक है? आप उससे बाहर नहीं जाते। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर मैं आपको दे देती हूँ ये वाला पहला जो लाइन्स हैं 2 पहली 2 वर्सेस हैं वो मैं आपको दे देती हूँ। माय एक्जिस्टेंस इज़ लाइक अ बबल्स वर्जन, दिस एक्सिबिशन इज़ ओनली लाइक एन इल्यूजन। तो इट मीन्स दैट यू आर जस्ट गोइंग टू बी in these lines, okay? So जो है वो in explanation you are just going to express your ideas related to these two particular verses। सिर्फ इन दोनों की बात आपने करनी है कि इन 2 लाइन्स के अंदर वो क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रहा है वो जो है वो दैट ही इज़ अवे फ्रॉम हिज बिलवड एंड ऑल जो भी सारी चीज़ें। और वो आप लोग कॉन्टेक्स्ट से डबल आपका जो है वो एक्सप्लेनेशन हो जाती है। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर आपका 6 लाइन्स का कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, तो आप जो है वो 12 लाइन्स की एक्सप्लेनेशन कर लें। दैट इज़ इनफ, ठीक है? तो जो है वो इस तरीके से आपने बातें वही होती हैं, प्रेज़ कर रहा है, दूर है, ही इज़ वेरी मच डिस्ट्रेस्ड एंड ही इज़ फीलिंग ग्रीफ ओवर दिस सिचुएशन एंड ऑल। सो यू आर जस्ट गोना डू दैट। तो जो है वो नेक्स्ट ही हम बात कर लेते हैं इसके नेक्स्ट स्टांज़ा की। नाज़ुकी उसके लब की क्या कहिए, पंखुड़ी एक गुलाब की सी है, so the softness of her lips goes like the petals of a rose. So over here he is praising, he is appreciating his beloved's lips, and he is expressing his feelings regarding that particular part of his beloved, and he is saying that her lips are very much soft and very much what sensitive, or in a sense that they are just like the petals of a rose. The way petals are very much soft, this is the way the lips of her beloveds are. And along with that, he is might be expressing this idea that the way the rose petals are full of fragrance, full of the how the rose petals are full of freshness। आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप कर लें कि हाउ ही इज़ कंपेयरिंग हिज़ यहाँ पे जब जैसे उसने कहा है कि बेटा यहाँ पे मैं कहूँगी द सॉफ्टनेस ऑफ हर लिप्स गोज़ लाइक द पेटल्स ऑफ अ रोज़। तो बेटा यहाँ सिमिली की लिटरेरी डिवाइस इस्तेमाल हुई है। सिमिली आपको जो है वो मैंने बताया है, सिमिली इज़ द इन द प्रीवियस लेक्चर दैट सिमिली इज़ द कंपैरिज़न ऑफ 2 थिंग्स बाय यूजिंग लाइक और एज़, ठीक है? तो इसमें जो है वो सिमिली यूज़ हुई है। सो द सॉफ्टनेस ऑफ हर लिप्स गोज़ लाइक द petals of a rose। तो here आप लोगों ने explanation में भी ये लिखना है। Over here he has used the literary term simile, because over here he is comparing the softness of her beloved's lips with the petals of a rose by using like, and that is why over here it is the literary term simile is used, ठीक है? क्योंकि उसने comparison किया है by using like। So he is might be he is just over here saying that not only he is just talking about the softness of her lips, rather he is comparing his comparing the lips of her beloved with the petals of a rose. He is pointing out that the way the rose petals are very much they are very much fresh, same is the case with the lips of her beloved. And the way the petals of the rose are very much scented, very much fragrant, same is the case with the lips of her beloved, his beloved's lips. So हमने इसको थ्री जो है वो वेज में इसको जो है वो हमने इसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन जो है वो की है. नेक्स्ट ही इज सेइंग चश्मे दिल खोल इस भी आलम पर या की औकात ख्वाब किसी है. तो ऑल्सो ही सेइंग ऑल्सो ओपन द आईज टू दिस वर्ड्स कंडीशन हियर लाइक ड्रीम इज द पोजीशन. सो उसने यहाँ पे ये कहा है कि ओपन द आईज टू दिस वर्ड्स कंडीशन के चश्मे दिल खोल इस भी आलम पर कि he is wanting from his beloved to be very much open with regarding the feelings of his beloved with reference to the love. And और फिर वो कह रहे हैं कि might be you should express love for me, and you should be very much expressive as far as the love between these we people should be very much you should be very much expressive in the love between you and me. And लेकिन आप बेटा एक्सप्लेनेशन में यू एंड मी नहीं करेंगे. आप जब एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखेंगे तो आप कहेंगे ही इज सेइंग दैट he is wanting from his beloved that she should be very much expressive regarding the love that is existing between him and his beloved. Are you getting my point? तो आपने जो है वो इसको you and me का word जो है वो I me you ये use नहीं करना अपने explanation में. So and then he's saying that here like dream is the position. तो उसने कहा कि might be it is just a dream that you should be very much expressive in the love between you and me, and won't you just do it, or won't you just make it a reality that one day you will be very much expressive in the case of or related to the love that is existing between you and me. So he is wanting this from his beloved that she should be very much expressive with regard to the love that is between she and him. So the next stanza is I went to her door again and again, the condition like restlessness now and again. So over here he's saying बार बार उसके दर पे जाता हूँ, हालत अब इस तरह की सी है. सो अगेन गर्ल्स जो है वो बहुत बेताब हुआ हुआ है मीर, ठीक है, और उस अपनी जो है वो महबूबा के दीदार के लिए. तो in the true sense we are just gonna say that he is saying that he is very much feeling restlessness. He is in the state of restlessness because his beloved is far away from him, and he is not in the state to look at her beloved's face, to look at her lips, to look at her eyes, and he is just missing all these things. And that's why just he is over here just wanting a look of her beloved, and he is very much in grief because of this reason, because of the distances that are existing between she and him. So he just say that again and again he is just coming to her door. He is just waiting for her one he is just waiting for her one look. Excuse me please. Sorry. So we were discussing that he is expressing this idea in these lines, in these verses, that he is again and again coming to her door just to have a look at just to get a look of her, but he is deprived of this particular thing. And this thing is now making her restless, and making him feel restlessness over this particular thing, and he is not happy with this idea that he is away from his beloved, and she is not letting him look at her for a while. So this was the idea in these lines. Next is from the point of mole, your eyebrows are like the selected couplet in poetry arose. So नुक्ता ए खाल से तेरा आबरू बेद के एक इंतखाब की सी है. So over here he is saying that from the point of mole your eyebrows, um, he is over here talking about the mole that is in the eyebrow of her beloved, of his beloved. And he is just saying again over here simile is used, that he is comparing that the eyebrows, or the point of the mole of her beloved, of his beloved's eyebrow, with the couplet in the poetry. Couplet beta hota hai, that is two rhyming जो lines होती हैं, जिस तरह heroic couplet जब वो बहुत ज्यादा use होता है. So couplet is the particular rhyming scheme that is used. एक rhyme एक scheme होती है that is used in the poetry. So over here he is saying that he is praising the mole of her of his beloved's eyes, that is on the eyebrows of her, of his beloved, and he is comparing that mole or the eyebrows with the selected couplet in the poetry arose. So he is again over here, you know what, praising his beloved's eyes, his beloved's eyebrows, and the mole that is present around or at the area or of the point of the eyebrows. And you know what, he is expressing appreciation, he is praising or he is appreciating each and every aspect of his beloved's face. First he was talking about his beloved's lips, and then over here he is talking about the mole that is present on the eyebrows of his beloved, and he is just comparing it just like the couplet in poetry arose, just like the couplet or any rhyming scheme without if it is not present in the poetry, the poetry is something like looks it just look like incomplete. So over here he is expressing this idea that that mole is very much, you know what, looking beautiful over there, the way couplet is making the poetry beautiful. So uh, still then I'll just share with you the idea of couplet. Couplet is two rhyming lines of words. जो दो rhyming lines होती है ना, तो उसकी जैसे eyebrows में उधर कहीं है जिस तरह two eyebrows होती हैं, तो he is just comparing with them the eyebrows, he just comparing the eyebrows of his beloved with the couplet that is present in the poetry. So please note it down that what is couplet. Couplet is a you know what, a tool that is used in poetry that makes two rhyming lines of words. जो जिस तरह जैसे ना ब्रोज और अरोज, ठीक है, वॉइस चॉइस, और ऊपर भी हमें देखने को मिला अगेन गेन, ठीक है, कंडीशन पोजीशन, ठीक है, गोज और रोज. तो ये कपलेट है बेटा लगा हुआ. तो कपलेट होता है कि जो टू राइमिंग जो है वो लाइंस होती हैं. सो इसी तरीके से वो यहाँ पे ही इज शेयरिंग के जैसे जो है वो पोइट्री में जो कपलेट होता है वो ना लगा हुआ हो तो वो बड़ी बड़ा जो है ना वो इनकम्प्लीट सी लगती है पोइट्री. बिल्कुल ऐसे अगर वो मोल तुम्हारी आईब्रोज में ना हो तो वो भी इनकम्प्लीट सा लगे. सो ही इज जस्ट अप्रिशिएटिंग एंड praising his beloved's eyes, eyebrows, and the mole that is there in the around the eyebrows of his beloved. Then or again you are going to point out this thing as well, that over here simile is used, that is the comparison of two things by using like or as. Then the verses are, when I spoke then said that the voice belongs to the same ruined choice. So मैं जो बोला कहा कि ये आवाज उसी खाना खराब किसी है. So over here he is just lamenting over this particular thing, that his beloved is not in the state, he is not trying to recognize his voice, that whenever he just went around the door of his beloved's house, and he was speaking, might be just to let her know that she is there around, he is somewhere around. And he's saying that whenever he spoke, then said that the voice that is, this voice is belonging to the same drawing choice, जो कि वही मतलब अपनी तरफ से ही जस्ट सेइंग कि ये वो पहचान नहीं, उसने पहचाना ही नहीं कि ये आवाज मेरी है, यानी कि अपने आप को वो खाना खराब सी इसलिए कह रहा है, खाना खराब किसी है कि he is very much in the ruined state of the thing, in the love of his beloved. He has become ruined, he has become he is in the state of destruction because of or in the love of his beloved. And she is the girl, and she is the one that is not paying attention to this particular thing, that he has become crazy for her, and crazy, he has become crazy just to have a look of her beloved. So then he is saying, perhaps heart is roasted in the fire of grief. For long there is smell of kebab, I believe. So over here he is saying, आतिशे गम में दिल बुना शायद, देर से बू कबाब किसी है. So जो है वो he is saying over here that he is feeling, or he is sensing the order of something that is being roasted. And he is saying that this is not something else, this is the people were considering, or might be the other people, they were considering that this is the smell of kebab. And he himself is saying that this is जो है वो बड़ी देर से जो है वो he is feeling, or he is sensing the smell of kebab that is being roasted. But this wasn't the case. This wasn't the case. The case was actually that his heart was roasted because of the fire of grief. Because he is again because उसकी beloved ने उसको अपनी ज़ियारत नहीं करने दी, ठीक है. तो because of this reason he is in grief, he is hurt, and he is broken. Her heart has become broken. And over this particular thing, वो जो गाना है ना, I'm so lonely broken angel, might be he has become like that. So he is saying that his heart has become roasted. His heart has become fired because of the grief that is given by his beloved, because she is not giving any importance to her, to his love, because she is not giving any importance to the feelings of his beloved. And she is ignorant of all of the things that he is always waiting around the door of his beloved, and he is always waiting just to have a look of her beloved. So he is lamenting over this particular idea, and he is expressing his feelings. He is expressing the feelings of his heart, that he is now feeling that his heart is burning. His heart is burning like fire. It seems that his heart has become roasted in the fire of grief, because he is very much in destruction. He has been ruined over this particular thing, that his beloved is far away from him. So the next lines are, look this time like the clouds full, my eyes too are tearful. So देखिए अब्र की तरह अब के मेरी चश्मे पुर आब की सी हैं. Now over here he is expressing this idea that he is weeping a lot. He is now full of tears because now the pain of being away from his beloved is out of control, and it is out of the way now. And he has become very much hurt, and that now he is not able to control his emotions, and those all of those emotions and sentiments has become outburst in the form of the what, tears. And look at this time like the clouds full, again like the clouds full, my eyes too are tearful. again बेटा उसने सिमली यूज की है कि जिस तरीके से जो क्लाउड्स फुल हुए होते हैं ना, और उसके बाद में बारिश आती है, तो उसकी आंखें भी बिल्कुल ऐसी हो गई हैं. मतलब दे आर जस्ट गोइंग टू what shedding a lot more tears from his eyes, because he is now in a state where where he is full of all of the feelings and emotions and sentiments, that he is unable to control his emotions, and now he has started weeping. पिछले stanza में he was just expressing, he was just saying that his heart has become roasted, and बट नाउ ही इज सेइंग दैट अब तो दिल भी जल गया, अब तो कुछ भी नहीं बचा, अब आँखें हैं, अब जो दिल का हाल अब आँखों से बाहर आएगा। वो कहते हैं ना कि दिल का मौसम जैसा हो तो वो आपके चेहरे पे, और कहते हैं हार्ट इज़ द फेस इज़ द इंडेक्स ऑफ माइंड एंड द फेस इज़ द इंडेक्स ऑफ हार्ट समटाइम्स। तो अब उसका फेस भी बिल्कुल, और उसकी आईज़ जो है वो बिल्कुल जो है वो दे आर फुल ऑफ टीयर्स, एंड ही इज़ नॉट नाउ इन द स्टेट टू कंट्रोल हिज इमोशंस, and he just started weeping over this particular thing, that why his beloved is not giving importance to her love, to his love, and why she is not in a state to respect his emotions and feelings that are particularly for his beloved. So in the next lines he is saying, मीर उन नीम बाज आंखों में सारी मस्ती शराब की सी है, वाह वाह. Acha, Mir, those intoxicating eyes have all the flavors that liquor gave. So over here he is praising the eyes of his beloved. पहले उसकी eyebrows की कभी जो है वो तारीफ, कभी उसके होंठों की तारीफ, तो कभी उसका इंतजार, और वो फिर उसने पिछली वाली जो हमने पढ़ी थी, फकीराना ऐ सदा कर चले, उसमें आखिरी स्टांजा बिल्कुल ठीक था, वेयर ही वाज एक्सप्रेसिंग दिस आइडिया दैट इन द एंड when the people they will ask from him that where did he spend his whole life, what he did in his whole life, so what answer he would have to make the other people know, एंड टू गॉड एज वेल, कि मैंने अपनी सारी जिंदगी कहाँ गुजारी, मैंने जो है वो अपनी सारी जिंदगी क्या किया, तो उसने यही कुछ किया जो हमें नजर आ रहा है. ही वाज जस्ट बिजी, ही वाज जस्ट वेरी मच बिजी इन प्रेजिंग हिज beloved, you know what, beauty and his beloved, but painful thing was that his beloved did not give any importance to his love and to his feelings, to his emotions, that have become now uncontrolled. So me, those intoxicating eyes have over here he is saying that the eyes of his beloved are intoxicating. They are full of the way a person who is drunk become, the eyes of his beloved are just like full of flavors. The liquor of the wine is having, the eyes are, they are not less than that intoxication that a person gets from the drink of the wine. So he is over here saying कि उसके लिए तो उसकी महबूब की आंखें ही नशा हैं. So he is not needing anymore the wine to make himself in this to make himself go into the state of intoxication. So he is saying that the eyes of his beloved are full of intoxication, and they are intoxicated for Mir, okay, particularly. So this was the ghazal by Mir Taqi Mir, and in which he was continuously praising his beloved, and he was just expressing his idea that how he was not able to forget his beloved, and how the memories that are associated with her beloved, he was not in a state to forget all of them, and he was just missing all of the things. And the main thing that was other than that was that his beloved is not giving any importance, or he is not giving him attention. कि वो कहता है कि जो उसकी आवाज भी जो है वो उसको पहचान नहीं पा रही, या फिर ये कि वो पहचान रही है लेकिन वो उसको इग्नोर कर रही है, जो है वो उसको इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दे रही. वो कहते हैं ना, वो ये बात ना बहुत ज्यादा दर्द देती है, जो लवर्स होते हैं ना उनको, कि उनकी मोहब्बत को, उनके इमोशंस को, उनके फीलिंग्स को जो है वो इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दी जा रही, उनको इग्नोर किया जा रहा है. तो वो ही इज जस्ट एक्सप्रेसिंग के जानबूझ के जो है वो या फिर ये कि उसको मेरी आवाज़ वो सुन तो रही है, समझ भी रही है, पहचान भी रही है, लेकिन कहती है कि ये उसकी नहीं है. कहने का मतलब ये है कि वो उसको इग्नोर कर रही है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें दीज़ वर द थिंग्स जिनकी वज़ह से उसका दिल जो है वो कबाब की तरह जल रहा था, ठीक है? और ही वाज़ जस्ट सेइंग दैट हिज़ हार्ट वाज़ रोस्टेड ही वा इट वाज़ रोस्टेड in the fire of grief. He was very much absorbed. He was overwhelmed with the grief because of this reason. And he says that he has made himself ruined or destructed in the love of his beloved, but his beloved is unaware of all this condition of Mir, and because of this thing, he is very much frustrated. He is very much hurt, and in the coming lines he was very much frustrated, and he was saying that this life is temporary, and in this temporary life that is very much short, you are not mine and you are away from me. So this was basically the idea in this particular ghazal. So let me take your attendance first. So this was mainly the idea that was expressed in this particular ghazal written by मीर. और बेटा मैंने आपको रेफरेंस कॉन्टेक्स्ट कैसे लिखना है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट और एक्सप्लेनेशन कैसे करनी है उसका आइडिया भी बता दिया है. इसका जो फॉर्मेट है वो मैं आपको सेंड भी कर दूंगी कि आपने कैसे कैसे करना होता है, और मैं आपको इसका जो फॉर्मेट है वो नेक्स्ट क्लास में इंशाल्लाह आपके साथ डिस्कस भी कर दूंगी, क्योंकि आपके पास ये दो गजल्स हैं मीर की जो आपको आनी है, तो उसमें से ताकि आप लोग एक्सप्लेनेशन जो है वो ठीक तरीके से अटेम्प्ट कर सकें.